Hello, welcome. My name is Golda Christine, and let's jump right in. So by now you've heard about the book Where the Crawdads Sing. The buzz is not only surrounding the new film adaptation, but the author herself, Delia Owens, who has recently come under scrutiny because of allegations surrounding her husband's involvement with a murder in the African country Zambia. So Delia graduated with a degree in zoology from the University of Georgia, then moved with her husband Mark to Botswana, which is a country below Zambia. So they stayed a few years and had a very public reckoning fight against the cattle industry there, and the government didn't like it, so they forced them to leave. They moved near a national park in Zambia, where they supplied the park scouts with gifts like guns, sleeping bags, things that kind of supplemented their salary and that sound illegal. These kind of gifts enabled Mark to take on like a leadership role in the park and led 60 of the scouts on kind of an anti-poacher army. So they would target poachers of elephants in their conservation efforts, but their scientific study of elephants took a back seat because of that. So ABC premiered a primetime special on Turning Point that included a scene where the producers, the film people caught on camera a trespasser who they believed to be a poacher getting shot multiple times while on the ground. So Delia was not personally involved in this, but she is still wanted in the country for questioning, and she and her family are not allowed to go there. I mean, they do want them to visit the country, but they'd be taken into custody for questioning, even these decades and decades afterwards. So the body was never found as evidence against her husband Mark and their son Christopher, who tracked down the trespasser. And they refuted these claims that in Zambia there is an unwritten rule or law that trespassers can be shot to kill. So obviously there's some illegal kind of actions surrounding their time in Africa, which isn't surprising with all of the white saviorism we are still reckoning with, or starting to reckon with North Americans traveling to the continent of Africa to do good. So this is the larger conversation that I think that we should be having. This video is not to add any fire to the drama or juicy gossip about this author, and I believe you should still be able to separate the art from the artist, in this case, the novel from the writer. Even though it wasn't my favorite book, I did appreciate the beautiful prose and consider it a great work of literary fiction. But specifically with the work in and of itself, even independent from the artist, are these stereotypical tropes and one-dimensional Black characters, specifically Jumpin, who becomes the main character's like paternal father figure. And he never experiences any character development, while Kaya, who is seen as this amazing girl that has overcome all these obstacles, is the center of the story, and which is what the white celebrity Reese Witherspoon really championed, because it's Kaya's story. So again, is it fair that this person with an incredible platform and public book club pick up this book over the stories of people that have overcome far greater obstacles as far as prejudice and racism, especially during this time period? Because Where the Crawdads Sing is North Carolina, so in the south of the United States during the Jim Crow era. So she is, again, kind of this like manic pixie dream girl. This is a trope used especially in film, of the one that basically is like, I'm not like other girls, but they're only considered maybe valid and like transformative of other people's perspectives because of their beauty. And there's so many descriptions of how slender and muscular and gorgeous Kaya is. So I definitely think she fits into this trope, and just invites, or really begs, because of this phenomenon the novel has become, the question of which stories are really worth championing Should this be put on a pedestal when there are so many non-fictional stories of people overcoming systemic racism that is still perpetuated in contemporary life? And should we see this work in the same light, knowing what we do about Delia, even though some of it is just allegations, right? So with the film, there's been a lot less press because they're hesitant to put Reese Witherspoon and the main actors, actresses in front of cameras and maybe even talk show hosts that would ask these big, important, but complex and difficult questions. So I just wanted to add my voice to the conversation. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments.